Welcome to the Disney Parks Podcast with your hosts, Tony Caselnova from DisneyByTheNumbers.com and Parkhopper John from WDWParkhoppers.com. Keep your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the podcast at all times. And get ready for the Disney Parks Podcast.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. As you notice, that guy is not Parkhopper John. That is our friend Edward, who is sitting in. Parkhopper John is on vacation. So we have a stunt double for him. And that's it. So, Edward, you were saying that you were in the parks last week, the week before?
Yeah, unfortunately, I couldn't go this week. Repair stuff was supposed to be happening here at the house. Okay. And but yeah, I was in Hollywood Studios on Friday, and then SeaWorld on Saturday. Is that taboo around here?
Yes.
And then Magic Kingdom on Sunday. Oh, then you don't want to know how often I go to Universal. And then Magic Kingdom on Sunday, and I capped it off with going to Gasparilla to get the Peppermint Bark, because that is my jam every year. And so I had to pick it up and crunch through a bag.
So of the three parks, SeaWorld, Uni, Magic, Disney, which one do you think is doing a better job COVID-wise?
SeaWorld.
Which one do you feel the safest in sanitized-wise?
When it first opened, I'd say Universal, hands down. So one thing that I really loved about Universal was, in order to go onto a ride, you had to put on hand sanitizer. The person, whoever told you where to sit, said, here's a squirt, whatever. Twice, someone in front of me said, oh, I already put the hand sanitizer on, or I don't need to put more of that on, or whatever. They made some kind of complaint. And they said, it was a woman both times, which I'm sure it happens just so many times with guys, but said, ma'am, you can either put on the hand sanitizer or you can exit the attraction. But you cannot go on the attraction unless you put on hand sanitizer. So they made sure that any surfaces you were touching were disinfected.
Right.
They weren't doing that at Disney, which I didn't like. But in terms of like enforcement and everything, I would say, everybody's abiding by the rules in both of those places, 6 feet, all that. I do have more people run up on me in Disney, but there's a cool trick I use now. What I'll do is
cough.
Whoever's running up on me, just cough
or
and
sneeze.
Turn around. No, you look them dead in the eye, because you can always make eye contact. You just make eye contact dead in the eye with them. You look down at whatever marker they're supposed to be standing on, and then you look them back in the eye. And if you do that eye down, eye thing, you don't even say a word, don't say anything, don't get hostile, any of that stuff. They all of a sudden do this weird scramble, and they dance back to their spot,
to their dot.
Yeah, and then they follow that from here on out. And don't get me wrong, like I make mistakes here and there too, but like you can tell someone who's like, uh-oh, and then they kind of shimmy back and try to find their way, and someone who's just riding your back along the entire queue of Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, you're a lot more subtle than I am. I'm usually like, Dot, stand on it.
Seriously? You just tell them?
Yeah, I'm like 6 feet. Do you not understand the distance of 6 feet? 6 feet. I'm 5'2", so this is 5'2" from here to there. You're in my bubble. Back off.
Spin around with your arms out.
Yeah, I think I told the story. I was at Publix one day, and I was getting something out of the freezer, and I had the door open, and I was going to select the item. This woman comes from behind me, reaches her hand, and goes, "Oh, excuse me, I just want this one thing." Dude, 6 feet. 6 feet. Back off. Back off.
Do you know what times we live in? You can't just be running up on people like that.
What are you rubbing up on my back, grabbing stuff out of the freezer? What the?
She wanted to give you a back rub as she.
What is this, 2019 or something? Come on, lady. Anyway, hey, I have my Christmas hat on. I don't know if you all can see. You might be able to see fireworks. I have my little firework cannon going here. So, I pulled this. I don't use it often, but I was like, there you go. I'm like, oh, I miss Disney fireworks. I got my little firework cannon out. It shoots, Mickey fireworks, which, and it plays the fireworks sound. I won't do that on the show, but maybe at the end we'll play the fireworks sound so you can, get that into your heart.
Yeah, I want to hear the pew 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 pew.
Yeah. All right.
Is it as loud as the fireworks? Because that I don't know if I could. I'd have to.
Let's see.
It's not bad. It's like popcorn. It feels like something I want to fall asleep to. Just put it up on the
ceiling, right?
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Where'd you get that? Amazon?
Lowe's.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. I'm turning off my pyrotechnics.
Uh,
All right. Let's start with if you don't have a travel partner, you need one. Go get one. Go find one. You know, like Woody would say, get a moving buddy. Well, you need a travel buddy. And that is our friends at Destinations to Travel. 5 reasons you should have your own travel agent. 1, or let's start with number 5, peace of mind. You don't do anything. Let them do it. They plan it. They get it together. They'll make the phone calls. If something comes up, they change the dates, the airline changes, whatever. And in these times when you don't know what's going to happen, peace of mind. There's no way it costs. It don't cost you nothing. They do it all for you for free. They get paid by the travel companies. You do nothing. Pay nothing. Then the breadth of knowledge. If you have questions, where to eat, where to stand, where to go, what's the difference between this room or that room? Will I get a better room rate over here? Where's my view? Will I view the dumpsters? These people have those answers. That's why you call them. They're advocates for any time there is a change or a problem with your vacation. You get to the resort, they go, we don't have your vacation. We don't know you. Who are you? Why are you here? Call your travel agent. They will figure it out for you. And then just do it. It's simple. You know, like we said, it doesn't cost you anything. It frees up your time. You want to make some of the planning for the meals? Fine, go ahead. And let them take all the heavy lifting. So go get a travel agent. Go to DisneyParksPodcast.com/, the letter D, the number 2, the word travel. That's D2 Travel. And they will take care of all of your vacation needs. All right, Mr. Edward, are you ready to get into? I don't even know who I'm talking to anymore.
I like how close that was.
I've done so many of these damn shows. So far. Yeah, I'm like, who are you? Tell me your name.
Who are you? What are you doing here?
All right, you ready to get into the news?
Let's get into the news.
And now, Disney Parks Podcast News.
All right. I am starting, right? You want me to do this? Okay.
Are you blue or red? Which are you in? Oh, you're blue, huh?
All right. All right. So this happened this week. Disney legend Tony Baxter doubles down on redoing Journey into Imagination with Figment and even suggested a film. Now, this would be interesting because he wrote those comic books. So, he is the master storyteller of this character. I think it would be a perfect fit. So this isn't the first time we've heard Tony Baxter say that he'd come out of retirement to redo Journey into Imagination with Figment, but last week he doubled down on that sentiment during a VIP reception as part of the Walt Disney Birthplace virtual celebration, which took place on Walt's birthday. Quote, he said, I would because to me, it's a critical attraction, he said. It gets at what we started about childhood and is interesting when the original ride was there. The attraction, said Baxter, is unrecognizable in its current state. And for those of you who have seen the original since 2000, you've never seen it. So that's very interesting that it is unrecognizable, he's calling it. Mm-hmm. I don't know how Disney feels about those
strong words.
Yeah. Though we called the original 1983 Journey into Imagination attraction fairly simplistic, with only a 13-minute ride to tackle the imaginative process, Baxter described as gathering input and then storing it with your own knowledge and then using it to build new things. Thanks to some help from Robert and Richard Sherman's fabulous song to explain it, it all worked. Maybe they can come back and do some stuff.
Some songs.
Well, at least one of them can come back. Then it was somehow commandeered and turned into a nightmare, Baxter said. Wow. I'm sure he got a phone call from some Bobs later that day.
They can't do much to him until they hire him back. Maybe that's what he's after.
Referencing saying that the ride's 1999 overhaul to become Journey into Your Imagination. After only 2 years, this version was shut down for another redo. The guests complained that one had that it took that one out and then threw Figment back into it. But the Figments that are now in it now don't really reinforce the story, Baxter said. Baxter went on to praise devotees of the original version of the attraction as part of one of the most loyal fandoms ever. Strong words there.
Plush sales through the roof, and I think it's over $1 million a year.
Well, I heard, Figment's got the sweater on, and they're going to wind up selling that sweater. I mean, that's
like a Spirit jersey. Oh, that's a great idea.
That's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. This is a Baxter quote saying, "I have so many friends and very valuable business associates who grew up in the time frame, and Figment is an icon to them," he said. Baxter, who has also been brought on as the creative advisor for the upcoming reimagining of Splash Mountain, confirmed that he would indeed be on board with working on another attraction overhaul.
Wow.
Quote, this is his quote, "I would give anything to be called upon to rethink that and get back to the story that every human being does," he said. "A journey into imagination. There are creative people and non-creative people. Everybody uses it. It's just to what extent, and I think that it was really a valuable story to tell. It's certainly not told in there now, and I would love to see it get back." But no, he didn't stop there. Mr. Baxter went on to say, "Maybe we can even do a film," he said. "That would even be better, a full-length animated feature film starring Figment." Could this be the spark that would get Disney off their butts and bring this attraction back?
Possibly with Bob Iger, I would say, but I don't think with this current iteration. It's all about IP. We have more than enough IP. We're going to use our IP to drive our parks as opposed to using our park IP to drive other IP. I think it's just a different direction they're going to go in. I don't think these words are going to mean anything.
Well, Iger's on his way out, so it would have to be Chapek that greenlights this project.
Yeah.
I would like to see it go back to a better iteration. I agree this one is not the best.
Mm-hmm.
No
tears.
Could we bring back, Dreamfinder, to the whole, walkabout? I mean, character kind of thing in the park. It was a character meet and greet thing. I think a movie, I don't know what's cheaper, the redo of the attraction or creating a feature film. Maybe the redo of the attraction, right? But if you did a feature film starring Figment and it was successful, well, then that could then drive the redo of the attraction, to make it, blend with the feature film that you did, so the two things tie together. But, it's speculation. It's speculation, And right now, Disney is really not in a position to do either one of those things, a film or an attraction redo, during a COVID crisis. So
I like where your head's at. I think in a mini series for Disney Plus, though, I think they start small instead of doing a big old feature film. They do a 6-series show like what they're doing with the Muppets. Does it catch fire? Okay, it catches fire. Now let's take the next step. Here's our feature film idea. Here's our feature film. Yeah. Okay, next step attraction. Or I don't know. I'm a big fan of just put Inside Out in there and call it a day. It's Imagination Pavilion, Inside Out, done.
Yeah. Well, that's a topic for another story. But go ahead.
Best of All, the Lion King Theater emptied for Pandora Ride Queue. Festival of Lion King, a beloved fan favorite show, did not reopen when Disney's Animal Kingdom did back in July, along with a whole slew of other shows. The building was presumed to have been in a state of limbo, waiting for the show to begin again. Instead, it appears as though the show building has been emptied and temporarily used as a ride queue for Avatar Flight of Passage. Festival of the Lion King, along with other shows like Finding Nemo the Musical and Indiana Jones Stunt Spectacular, were primarily run by Actors Equity. Due to disagreements regarding COVID-19 testing and crowding indoors, these shows did not reopen with the parks back in July. Many had hoped to see the resort's major shows return once agreements had been met. Instead, it appears that these shows will continue to be on hiatus for some period of time. The parks have not seen massive spikes directly tied to visiting the parks, but the ongoing pandemic has put a strain on the theme park industry as a whole. The Walt Disney Company had to lay off a large portion of its entertainment cast members in October as a result. In lieu of indoor options, Disney has recently added festive flotillas to the Animal Kingdom. These boat-based character offerings drift around the park in form of a social distance character meet and greet. I know, like, Santa is one of the new flotillas who's flying by and waving to people, and so a very smart idea for that park.
So it's interesting, everybody in the medical community is telling you to do things outside. Meanwhile, Disney's putting you inside for a queue, which I thought was weird. And number two is, why don't you just build a virtual queue for this? If the line is that long, then just do the virtual queue thing, that you were going to roll out in Disneyland Paris, and just do that here. So I don't have to stand inside a building to get on an attraction. Just makes sense, right?
Yeah, it's strange. I haven't been in that. I've always waited in like a massive line that snakes through, Avatar Land and then bounces out of Pandora and goes down to Animal Kingdom. So I haven't seen it in the show building yet.
Yeah.
I personally hate virtual queues. I think it's the stupidest way to do it. If people want to wait, let them wait, is my opinion. I don't like trying to go to Hollywood Studios and finally getting a reservation and then all of a sudden, you can't ride the marquee attraction. Yeah. That's the only thing I would say about virtual queues. I don't like.
Well, I don't think this one would be as bad as Rise, because I think of it as a fast pass. If you could get a fast pass for this, then you should be able to get a virtual queue. It's the same thing. Let's call it a virtual fast pass rather than a virtual queue.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And just make everybody, rather than having people wait, just say, "Here's your fast pass. Come back at this time."
Yeah.
I
don't know. I could never get a fast pass for this attraction either. So, sure. It is a good idea of, hey, let's just have people go around the parks. But then is there enough places open around the parks that can actually hold the capacity of the people? Or is it better to put them in this space and not have them floating around and touching things? Yeah. I know that was one of the big things when they were talking about Imagineering and Universal Creative about what do you do when you start doing all these virtual queues? And it's like all these people have to go somewhere. Yeah. Where I think 25% of your capacity is always in line at some point. And now if they're not in line, where are they?
Yeah. Well, to talk about the problem, like the studios, all of the crowd eaters are done. No Indiana Jones, Frozen has a limited capacity. All the things that would eat the crowds, the shows, are all shut down. Those are the things that eat all the crowds. So, that park is the biggest problem with queue lines and where do people go, because there's only 9 attractions open and the rest of the shows are done. So
yeah. And it's a small park to begin with. It's not like Epcot where it is just, it's 300 acres. It's massive. I mean, this thing is less than half that size.
Right. Okay, next up, D23 members and specifically you Gold family members, perk up and get your ears on this one, because this is going to blow your minds. They are changing and phasing out the Gold family membership in lieu of a new plan called the Gold Duo plan. So D23 is the official fan club, and starting January 1st, a new Gold membership plan will be launched to replace the current Gold family option. The new 23 Gold membership Duo plan will offer the benefits of the D23 Gold membership with the chance to add a second D23 Gold member called an affiliate member for the same price as the D23 Gold family membership. This means that the Gold members on the Duo plan will get 2 D23 Gold memberships with 2 personalized certificate, 2 member cards, and then access for each to the D23 Gold member to take part in a variety of exclusive experiences. In addition, the Gold membership duo plan also includes only one Gold member collector set and one annual subscription. So if you're like friends but not like related and you're living in different households, that could be a problem. Like, who gets the magazine?
Yeah. It's a lot cleaner if you're all living together, but hopefully it's more like roommates would get it.
Yep. So the annual subscription is, for a year. They do it quarterly, and it will be sent only to the primary member of the account. Now, starting January of next year, 2021, current Gold members can transition to the new Duo plan at no extra cost through the rest of their current Gold family membership term. Once that term ends, their plan will be automatically renewed to the Gold Duo plan annually thereafter. Current Gold members can also upgrade to the plan for free starting January. In the meantime, Gold member memberships can still be purchased or renewed through December 31st, but starting on January 1st, 2021, those membership plans will no longer be available for purchase or renewal. Existing Gold family memberships will be honored through the expiration of each member's term. So if yours is going to expire soon, you may want to just renew it now and get it done with. This way you're kind of locked into it until it expires. The new Gold membership duo plan is priced at $129 per year, plus shipping and handling and applicable taxes and fees will be applied. If you need to learn more, obviously go to d23.com/gold-duo.
So what is the difference between the old plan and the new plan in terms of payment? Like, is it going to be much more expensive or?
No, it's the same price. So I don't know why they're rebranding and changing it. I thought the Gold family membership, I didn't need a family membership because there's just me.
Yeah.
But wasn't it like if you had a family of 4 that your whole family could participate, but now it's only you and one other person? What if you have like 4 people in your family or 5 people, 6 people, that all want to enjoy these events and things? How do you get them all on a plan that you can then, get them to go to these events? So I don't know. I don't know how that's going to work.
And it also says that you get the plan for the affiliate member for the same price as the Gold family membership. So does that mean you have to pay extra for that second person? That's what
I'm not 100% sure. I'll have to go on the website and figure it out.
Yeah, I've never been in D23. It kind of seemed like you're paying for the opportunity to pay for more stuff. So it's just a thing of mine.
Yeah, this year, unfortunately, I just let it expire for right now. They're not doing anything. I'm not losing anything. I'll sign up later.
Yeah.
Although it did ruin my magazine collection that I had.
Oh, you had an unbroken collection?
Yeah, and also the fact that I was a charter member.
Oh, so you had a magazine collection since the very beginning.
I have magazine number 1.
Wow. So what you should have done was, right whenever you knew you were going to let it lapse, sell your entire stack of magazines for a pretty penny. And then
to buy another membership?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. Disney World testing new merchandise mobile checkout options. Walt Disney World is testing out a new way to make the Disney experience even more contactless and streamlined for our current times with new merchandise mobile checkout option. At select Walt Disney World stores in the downtown Disney district at Disneyland Resort, for as long as it's open, guests can now scan items and check out their phones in appropriate Disney mobile app. The process works like this. Grab a design mobile checkout shopping bag. When we tried this, they were just clear bags. Scan the items as you want and then add them to your bag. Tap the checkout button when you're finished shopping and pay on your phone, and then show the QR code to a cast member as you leave. It's your proof of purchase. So far, we know that this is being tested out at the downtown Disney district at Disneyland, Mouse Gears at Epcot and Walt Disney World, and possibly at Disney's Pop Century Resort. Once you start the mobile checkout process, it automatically opens up your Disney app and takes you through the transaction all on your phone. It even automatically applies any discounts you might have linked to your Disney account and inputs payment information you already have saved, though you can change it to another card if you want to before completing the purchase. Wow, imagine that, a Disney system that applies your discounts.
I know. Fantastic.
Never thought I'd see it. This new addition to Disney's mobile experience offerings will only further streamline guest park-going experience post-pandemic. The use of Disney's mobile order system for dining has increased from 9% to 84% since the pandemic began. Okay, it's because you're not letting anybody eat without using it. Okay, well, that's good news. For now, we'll have to wait for this test to roll out for more shops, and hopefully it becomes a regular option for park guests.
Yeah, I'm down for this because Walmart had the Walmart nearest me. It was a superstore. Had this. When you went into the store, you would get a gun, and you could go with all your grocery bags. And
that's different.
You went around and not a gun, a scanner. Sorry.
Stay back 6 feet.
You get a scanner, and then you scanned all your groceries, put it in the bags. You went to a kiosk. You would scan that QR code that was on the scanner, and that was it. You walked out. So you never had. All your groceries were bagged. They were all in your cart, and you just walked out the store. And I thought it was fantastic, but after about a year, they got rid of it because they said there was theft. Because of the fact that I don't think they were checking, occasionally when you scan the QR code, somebody had to come over and they would check like 5 items in your cart to make sure they were what you said they were. They would tell the checkout person like scan this, and this, But it's interesting. I'm down for this. Have you seen like what Amazon is doing with the Amazon?
Oh, where you can just basically walk in and then walk out, and it automatically charges you based on like what you grabbed and walked out of the store with.
Right. It's a specialized cart. Anything you put in the cart is scanned into your cart, and then it's automatically just charged to you. In order to get in the store, you have to scan the app that tells them that you're in the store. You get your cart, you hook up to your cart, and then boom, everything. But I think this would be a great idea. I really do.
Do we have one in Orlando, one of those Amazon stores?
No, it's only in California right now.
Oh, okay, that's unfortunate. But I like the idea too. I really just like the fact they're adding discounts, and it just makes me even more annoyed that I can't use my discount. My discount just isn't applied when I go eat places.
Yeah.
Because why not?
Yeah, I know. It's very frustrating sometimes. Okay, if you are not, you should become a Patreon, and you can do this by going to patreon.com/Disney Parks Podcast. This is where you get 3 extra shows each week. You get the Extra Magic Hour, the Extra Magic Hour, and the Disney Plus show. You can save 10%. And Edward, didn't you do this?
Oh, it's already done. That was when you first offered the option out there. I said, good. I don't have to worry about it every month.
Right. You can sign up and pay annually, and you'll save 10%. So if you do it, you're saving yourself 10%. And between now and the end of the year, if you sign up, we will send you this lovely Pixar embroidered hat. I know it says through November 30th, but we extended it through December 30th. So if you join at the $10 level or above, you'll get this Pixar hat plus whatever other goodies we have for the $10 level on Patreon. So go check that out. We are also running a contest. You can see there, it's kind of small. It's kingsomo.com. We have this on our Facebook page. You go check out this contest. We're going to send out a nice box of swag. We have some stuff that we are ready, willing, and able to get rid of. So go check out our contest. And as a surprise, join us this December 19th at 7 p.m. at the Four Seasons Lobby Bar. We are not calling this a meeting or a meetup. We're just saying, come out, have a cocktail, enjoy a little tapas, and call it whatever you want. But
it's a gathering of COVID-free individuals.
yeah, we're we figured we can't do a monorail crawl. That would be painfully horrible. Well, first of all, the Poly station is closed. I don't know how we would get out of the Poly.
I mean, the doors fall off all the time, so I fucking roll.
Yeah. But if you are going to join us, either RSVP on the Facebook, go to facebook.com/Disney Parks Podcast, or send us an email at DisneyParksPodcast@gmail and say, hey, we'll be there. It's going to be 7 p.m. December 19th at the Four Seasons lobby. I don't know why I keep saying lolly. Lolly. Lollipop Guild.
Here's my email, Tony. I'll be there.
Yeah, I'm sure you will. You didn't miss any last year, so.
Nope. Unfortunately, this year was a little different, but yeah. Every single one last year. You missed one, though. You weren't there.
Yeah. All right. You ready? Last week,
I'm ready.
Edward, we had a trivia question. The trivia question was, what did Syndrome call his superhero persona before he debuted himself as the actual villain? And the answer is...
Incrediboy.
That's right. So we went from Syndrome, from Incrediboy to Syndrome.
His buddy before that was his name.
Right. And the winner is Ashley. Actually, Ashley's right here. It's going in the mail this week, and we'll send that out to you. All right, this one, you could probably Google the answer to this, but it was, what was the last movie that Walt Disney himself was able to work on before he died? I
know this. This is Steamboat Willie 2.
That's right.
Barbosa's Beginning. Look it up.
Very close. If you know the correct answer, send it to DisneyParksPodcast@gmail.com. Do it by Saturday night because winners are selected on Sunday. So you would like to get your answer in as soon as possible. And it's, what was the last movie Walt Disney was able to work on before he passed away?
Don't take my answer.
Yeah, don't take his answer. All right, shoot.
Hong Kong Disneyland to temporarily close for the third time. Disney has announced that Hong Kong Disneyland will be experiencing yet another temporary closure starting December 2nd, 2020, due to COVID-19. This third temporary closure is required by the government and in line with preventative efforts taking place all across Hong Kong. The Disney parks and its officials remain in close contact with the health authorities and the government about the situation at hand, and plan to announce any reopening dates they have once it is advisable to do so. This is the second Disney park to reclose its gates due to COVID-19, as Disneyland Paris made the same announcement recently. The resort has since shared a reopening date is set for February 12, 2021. Get your tickets ready. Fly over to France. Hong Kong Disneyland originally closed due to COVID-19 earlier this year, followed by a reopening in June and a subsequent closure in July. The resort reopened for the second time in September this year and unveiled its newly transformed Castle of Magic Dream shortly before its third closure was announced. As of the time of this writing, other international parks, Shanghai Disneyland Resort and its Tokyo Disney Resort, are still open to guests, and Walt Disney World is and will continue to be the only Disney resort open domestically.
Ding ding.
Yeah.
I don't think the governor here is going to close anything.
Oh, no, there's no way. He's not going back. Yeah. He's going forward. And if you look at the statistics, they don't support a closure. Yeah. That's one thing we bandied about at work is, you really dive into the statistic. Don't just let the news tell you what's going on. And FAU does some really great work with aggregating the data. So it's a great place to go if you ever want to find those resources.
Right. So, hey, there's some new pass holder discounts at select Epcot holiday kitchens. Walt Disney World pass holders can enjoy a 10% off food and non-alcoholic beverages, so don't go be drinking around the world. When using cashless payments at select Taste of Epcot International Festival of the Holidays holiday kitchens from 7 p.m. until park close. So this is the hey, get in the park at 7 p.m. because
Mhm.
they're dead. And that's what they're trying to get people to get to the park. So
Yeah.
this is from 7 p.m. to close. You can do this at Refreshment Port, Citrus Blossom, Malaya Kalawaki, the Hawaiian Holiday Kitchen, Holiday Sweets and Treats, Shanghai Holiday Kitchen, Refreshment Outpost, Bavarian Holiday Kitchen, American Holiday Table, Sapphire Holiday Kitchen, La Charmin Holiday Kitchen, Festival Favorites, Prost, Holiday Hearth, and the Yukon Holiday Kitchen. I think it's almost nearly all of them. It's a
Yeah.
pretty good list. So
It's
7
just like
p.m. to close Epcot.
It's just a very, very, very specific situation. You got to be a pass holder. You have to use cashless. You can't get alcohol, and it's got to be after 7 o'clock. Oh, and this, by the way, goes null and void December 31st.
Yeah.
And I don't understand how they can't apply your discount normally, but they can apply it through cashless if you do this. Like, how does that work? Is the cashless through the app?
Well, here's the thing. When the last time I mobile ordered when I had my annual pass, it would apply my discount.
To your mobile order?
Yeah, to my mobile order. Sure.
Mine still hasn't done that.
Really?
That's weird. I got to look into it. Yeah, like when I order food at Cosmic Rays, for instance, it's whatever the price is. Maybe they don't have discounts for annual pass holders at Cosmic Rays, and maybe that's what the problem is. But it has to be in places where I can physically show my pass. I have to physically show it, and if I physically show it, then I get the discount.
Yeah, interesting. Very interesting.
Disneyland provides update on theme park ticket expiration.
Oh boy.
Due to the continued closure of Disneyland theme parks, an update has been issued to the guests who have park tickets that are about to expire. Unused, non-promotional, single day Disneyland theme park tickets that will expire on December 30th, 2020 or March 31st, 2021 will have the expiration date extended to December 16th as opposed to 30th, 2021. Wholly unused, non-promotional, multi-day tickets that expire on January 12th, 2021 or April 13th, 2021 will have the expiration date extended to December 16th, 2021, and the ticket will expire 13 days after first use or on December 16th, 2021, whichever occurs first. So you can't use your Disney Christmas tickets to get into Disneyland next Christmas.
No.
Guests with multi-day tickets who use their first visit between February 28th, 2020 and March 13th, 2020, but did not reach their ticket's maximum number of uses, will have the 13-day expiration period of their ticket extended to December 16th, 2021. Now that sounds like a good deal. Expiration dates on eligible tickets will be updated prior to the theme park's reopening. So I guess they're giving themselves a window to, hey, if something still goes on, something is still screwed up, we're gonna give ourselves a foot in the door to change these dates again.
Right.
I mean, God only knows when they're gonna reopen fully.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Disney has confirmed that the Walt Disney statue, that's of the person, is coming to Epcot. And listen, there should be a statue in every park.
Absolutely.
Said person that created everything.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Walt.
Yeah, so last week December 5th was Walt Disney's birthday, and in honor of this legendary fellow, Disney announced an amazing addition to Epcot. Zach Ridley, we've been hearing a lot from him lately. He apparently has become the new social media god. Walt Disney Imagineering shared the exciting news on Instagram, saying that today, on Walt Disney's birthday, we are reminded of his legacy of hope. Walt showed us all the potential we have to dream of a life, a dream of a better future, if I can talk, and how important and special it is to bring that future to life. So as they have shared D23 Expo last year, the dreamer spirit inspired to us featured a new statue of Walt as part of the new World Celebration neighborhood of Epcot, in a location we are appropriately calling Dreamers Point. Walt said Epcot will always be in a state of becoming, and it's that spirit of potential and possibly inspires all we are bringing to life in the transformation of Epcot. It's a pretty good looking statue.
I haven't seen it yet. I mean, I agree with your earlier sentiment that they should put a statue in every park, with the exception of Animal Kingdom, because Joe Rohde needs a statue at the front of Animal Kingdom.
Does he? Does he really?
I mean, if you asked him, he'd tell you he would. I've met him a few times.
Yeah.
He definitely likes to tell stories. So I'd say you put a statue in front of Animal Kingdom, and you make it so as a guest walks past, there's like a sensor, and he starts telling a story as guests walk past.
He'd be telling stories all day long. But that would also then be Joe.
Yeah, exactly. It'd be true to form.
Yeah.
Where Walt Disney, they don't have his true to form. He doesn't have anything in between his index finger and middle finger.
No.
Not allowed to do that?
No. Not allowed. Shame on you.
The Disney point.
Yeah.
Live music has returned safely to the Grand Floridian Resort at Walt Disney World. Live entertainment has been one of the last things to ease back in normalcy at Walt Disney World, and as you know, around the rest of the world. But, in a glimmer of hope and pure joy, it seems that live music is starting a comeback, including a safely masked pianist at the Grand Floridian Resort and Spa. Whether we're clinking wine glasses, enjoying dinner, or getting starry-eyed with the Dapper Dans, there's really nothing quite like live music at Disney. Now more than ever, the gentle twinkle of a piano and what the world needs, and Disney's answering the call by bringing back pianists at the Grand Floridian. When the Magic Kingdom area hotel reopened this summer, the resident pianist was conspicuously absent, and understandably so. Now, as Disney continues to slowly go through its phased reopening of the resorts, rides, restaurants, and attractions, music is back, and it's music to our ears. For the first time since the resort initially closed in March, the suave pianist is tinkling the ivories in his nook by the hotel's main atrium. Wearing a mask, it's clear that even though the piano is back, he safely remains at the forefront of Disney. So next time you stroll through the Grand Floridian to see some of our favorite Christmas decorations, and no gingerbread house, be sure to pause and sit while to enjoy the tunes. I gotta admit, whoever wrote that copy was really fluffy.
Yeah.
They are really excited about this guy coming back.
They have a replica of the gingerbread house in the lobby.
I didn't see it. Where is it? Is it on like the counter of the check-in desk?
I'm not sure. I think it's near the tree in the lobby. It's under plastic, plexiglass. Can't touch it, feel it, or sneeze on it.
Yeah.
And I think the piano guy, if you're walking in the Grand Floor, I think he's all the way off on the left, kind of in this roped off area.
Like by the bathrooms?
Yeah, just before. Remember, there used to be some desks over there. I think they've removed those check-in desks, and it's kind of like a waiting area now.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, yeah. I don't remember that. I mean, I was there last week. I should know this, but no, I didn't look for that. That's okay.
Pay attention to the details there, Edward.
I'm going to get a sharper eye next time I flow through the Grand Floridian.
All right. All downtown Disney district restaurants are closing due to the stay-at-home order in California. So just when they thought they could go out, they're right back in.
Oh, God, you can have them.
Yep. So with this new order, all dining must revert back to takeout and delivery at Disneyland Resort. They are taking the order very seriously, closing all the restaurants at both downtown Disney District and its recently opened Buena Vista Street expansion. I'd like to know how they got around that, opening part of a park and not...
I love it. I liked it. They were trying to circumnavigate what they thought was very unjust treatment of a segment of the population. Right. And I wish I really respect the ingenuity.
Yeah. The first of the operational updates was reported by an internet source, which claims Disneyland will put all these new measures into place starting today, Monday, December 7th, if you're listening to it today. All Disney-owned restaurants will be temporarily closed, and that means 350 cast members returning to furlough.
That's what I hate.
Because of the reduction. Third-party restaurants can fulfill carry-out orders, but they cannot be consumed on property.
How do they reinforce or enforce that?
I don't know. I mean, if you get it to go and then you go find a piece of concrete to sit on. You can't eat it there. I don't know how they're. I guess security's going to tell you can't be eating food here. I don't know. Somebody has to help us out with that one.
The milkshake's going to turn to chocolate milk if you do that.
Yeah. At this time, retail will remain open, but be at 20% capacity or lower as per the new guidelines. And it was also announced that the Disney's Grand California Hotel and Spa will not be reopening as planned this weekend due to the stay-at-home order.
I want to know how this governor plans to stabilize the economy when all this is said and done.
I want to know how he's going to pay all the civil people like firefighters, policemen, court, judges. Where is he going to get those tax dollars from if people aren't open?
And all the unemployment money because everybody's living off the government now because they're not allowed to work.
Exactly.
And it's not like we can't do this safely. I mean, that's the best thing is, he's even been shown with his task force that this is being done safely and can be done in states that are doing better than you. He's just choosing not to. So that's the disappointing thing is the people at home who aren't allowed to work who want to work.
Right.
Disney characters will soon be visiting Walt Disney World Resort hotels. Beginning later this month, Disney characters will be heading to the Walt Disney World Resort hotels. Mickey and friends will soon be venturing outside of the parks to visit guests at the Disney hotels. We understand that the pop-up adventures will see the characters arrive in customized RVs. As with the in-park cavalcades, don't expect a published schedule or a direct meet and greets to be posted. Social distancing will have to be maintained. In previous years, Disney has provided characters meet and greets at the resorts during the holidays, and it isn't clear yet if this is a socially distanced implementation of this or if this is more of a long-term offering.
Yeah, so they took an RV, they put a giant, sticker on it.
Okay.
And the characters kind of, file out of this RV, and, go do something at the resort, and then they pop back in this RV and head over to the next resort. So it's a very interesting concept. Should it stay? I believe so. I mean, it's a very fun concept. They could go from hotel to hotel. And typically they did this around Christmas time because the resorts were jam-packed with guests. But I don't think they are. But I think people are coming for staycations and not really going to the park. So to give them a little character experience without a formal meet and greet, I think is good idea. It's a cool concept. I'm digging it.
I like the idea. Do they have like the other characters in like all the windows in the RV? So like as they're driving by, they're waving to guests.
No, but you can plainly tell from this RV what the hell it is. I mean, it's large and it's stickered. Think like Disney bus, but an RV.
Oh yeah, like a wrap. It'd be cool if they took like a short bus, and like every other window on the short bus, like a character was in, and they could wave to you, and then they wouldn't even have to get out. They don't have to unload and do this whole thing.
What happens when their head? What happens when their head falls off? Then we got a whole nother problem. Mommy, Goofy's head is on the floor.
Why is that guy wearing Goofy's skin? Then the parents get to have a fun conversation. You know my story of when characters got ruined for me. Yeah. So kids can have that story as well, just a different way.
No, that's not the story Disney wants to tell.
Oh, man. They're storytellers. Come on, guys.
Yeah. All right, Edward, you ready for some headline news?
Sure. Beep, 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 beep.
And now, the headline news.
All right, this is exciting. On December 10th, the Walt Disney Company, I think for the first time in a forever time, is broadcasting the entire Investors Day to the internet on that day, all 4 hours.
Wow. Are you going to watch it?
Oh, God, yes.
Wow. I'm going to have it on the background on my computer.
Yeah, so I think it's waltdisney.com/investors is the website. So go check that out. That should be very interesting. Talking about the numbers and what's coming, what's not coming, what they've canceled, what they're not going to cancel. So check that out.
Nice.
Disney debuted these new Wishable collections, and now 100% of the sales are going to Make-A-Wish Foundation. So if you buy this new collection of Wishables, just know that 100% of the sales are going to the Make-A-Wish.
That's awesome. What are they, like plushies or T-shirts?
Yeah, they're like little squishy, plushy things. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, they're cute. They're cute. It's a blind purchase. You don't know what's in it.
Oh,
so you have to,
it's like in those bags, like 1 of 7 or whatever, and then you got to buy basically.
You got to keep buying
25
them
in order to get all 7.
Exactly.
Awesome.
Yeah. As we mentioned, Disneyland dining locations are closing December 7th. We heard that the running store Fit to Run is returning to Disney Springs at a new location more towards the center and town center area. So they're coming back. Remember, they were down by Splitsville, where the new M&M store is. They were next to that.
Yeah, they heard that there was a spot open, and they
many spots open.
Oh, they're just wanted to make a running joke.
Oh, so they ran over and got a spot. Sorry, I ruined that for you.
Oh, it's all good. It wasn't a good joke.
Also, as we mentioned, Hong Kong Disneyland is closing immediately. The reopening of Disney's Grand California DVC rooms is being delayed. Not a lot of interesting things in the headlines here. Oh, here's another good one. The pool, the lunar pool at Disney's Boardwalk, is being rethemed to now being called Mickey and Friends. So they got rid of the big clown, thing that you used to go through. It's now going to be Mickey and Friends.
Okay. I was thinking Storm Along, but that's at Yacht and Beach. Okay,
right.
Okay. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, Boardwalk. Yeah. Everybody called it the clown pool. It's not the clown pool. It's called the lunar pool. LUNA. That was the technical name. Not the clown pool.
Well, I think they're getting away from the theming of the boardwalk, aren't they? Jeez.
I don't know. Maybe we'll call it Mickey's Boardwalk soon.
Or just call it Mickey Walk. The Mickey Walk of Fame.
Why don't we call it Mickey World?
Why not? It's Mickey's World. It's just next to Epcot.
Yep. Boat service has returned to the Seven Seas Lagoon. I know we were out at Geyser Point having dinner. They were running boats back and forth from Fort to Wilderness, and then Wilderness to Contemporary. And so boat service is kind of back. You may want to check with the front desk, obviously, to find out some kind of schedule. I don't think it was every 15 minutes like it used to be. So just check with them and see what's going on with that. And
Geyser Point is amazing. I asked you one time, Tone, what was the best quick service restaurant that no one ever talks about? And you said Geyser Point. I went there, and you are 100% right. So anybody out there who wants to check out a new spot that's great, go to Geyser Point.
Yep. The COVID menu is a little weird, but still they have the bison burger. Nice. And don't be fooled. There's a lunch menu, a dinner menu, and then there's a lounge menu. And don't forget, even though it says light fare, don't be fooled. There's some things under there that are not light, like the charcuterie and things, which are good. So
I know I had some nacho plate or something there.
That's not on the COVID menu.
Oh no.
Yeah. I don't think it was. Next and last is Disney World released all its military discounts for 2021.
Nice. I know I was looking at somewhere the other day. I don't remember what exactly I was looking at, but it was like military and like frontline first responders, nurses, and doctors. They buy one, get one of whatever it was. And I was like, that's a really amazing thing to do. So I'm hoping Disney's doing something similar.
Yeah, these are not just shades of green room. These are the military discounts at Disney's branded hotels. Awesome. Which is completely separate than what happens over at Shades of Green, which is run by the DoD. So that's it. Anything else, Edward, that we should talk about, know about?
No, it was too quick. It was fun doing the show with you again, and you let me know when, and I will be here.
Well, maybe next time you'll do it with John. Maybe that'll be a change up.
Hey, I'm fine with that. Whenever John gets back from lounging around where he's at, tell him to hit me up, and I'll be here on Monday waiting for him.
All right, sounds good. Don't forget, if we don't see you in the parks, we'll see you online.
The Disney Parks Podcast is not affiliated with the Walt Disney Company. All Disney parks, attractions, lands, shows, event names, etc. are registered trademarks of the Walt Disney Company.